Hi, I'm Brian and welcome to Computing Made Easy. This is Keyboard Shortcuts Video 2. In computing, you can do many things with your keyboard a lot faster than when using your mouse. Quite often, the only time a mouse is essential is when you play with graphics. Here's the on-screen keyboard that I used in Video 1. I'll be using it again to give you this quick tour of your own keyboard and to show you how to get the best out of it. Down the bottom of your keyboard, either side of the spacebar, are two sets of keys that can be used in combination with others to produce so many wonderful shortcuts. Now, no one is expecting you to learn them all, but while you're working on your keyboard, just start thinking about all the time you waste moving your hand from your keyboard to your mouse and then back again after you finish using the mouse, when what you were planning could be done so swiftly and accurately using the keyboard keys. Other important keys on the keyboard are the function keys, and of course you've got the two main lock keys, the caps lock here, the number lock, and there's a lesser known scroll lock. These three here are shown better possibly using the on-screen keyboard. Here's the on-screen keyboard on my computer, and I'm showing it in case you may want to experiment with your on-screen keyboard. As you can see, my number lock is already switched on, and when I hit the caps lock, it's over here. At the moment I'm just hovering over it, same as any other, keeps changing colours, but if I turn it on, there it is. It's now on, and then off and on and off and on. What I want to show you is how the letters on the keyboard also change when I hit the caps lock on and off. It's not just the colours on the lock. See that all the lowercase letters turn into uppercase or capitals when it's turned on. This is why computers users, or beginner computer users, quite often make the mistake of using the caps lock to type in their capitals. However, you should only use caps lock when you're typing the whole of a word in capitals. Instead, see what happens to those letters when I hold down either, I'll take that off first, either of the shift keys, here and here. And when I hit the shift key, not only do the letters change to capitals, but also the numbers change to their own individual uppercase values, and also these keys on the right hand side. Looking at your own keyboard, you'll see that the pound sign at the top of the number 3 key can be operated quite easily just by holding the shift key down and hitting that number 3. And so I'd like to encourage you to get into the habit of using the shift keys for all your single capitals as well as those number options. And the reason for having two of them is so that you can hold, let's say, the right hand shift key down while using the left hand to select keys on the left hand of your keyboard, and vice versa. But also on your keyboard, you'll notice that there's also a third option on the number 4 key. On your keyboard, that's the Euro key. And the way we can type this is to use our right hand to hold down the Alt key that's on the right side of the spacebar and then hit the number 4 with our left hand. Then when I hold the Alt GR key down, you won't see it change colour, but I'm going to do it now. But what you do see is the Euro sign showing up here, and also the tilde and the 5 vowels, all with their acute accents. Just getting rid of this. So, back into our tour, the two main operating keyboard keys do exactly the same thing. They are the Enter keys. Only one is actually called the Enter key, really, in the UK, and that's this one on the number pad. And that's used when you've finished inputting numbers and formulas using the number pad here, especially in spreadsheets. The other one is normally called the Return key. It's situated just below the backspace key, and it's normally the biggest key on the keyboard apart from the spacebar. Like the Enter key, it can be used to operate loads of commands in computing instead of clicking with the mouse. This section here holds 10 important keys. They all come in very handy for speeding up your way around word process documents and any text boxes. The Tab key is also used in word processing, the same as the Return key. However, it's much more important when you are using it in dialog boxes because it enables you to make very quick and accurate changes to your settings. And the final important key is the Escape key. And this is very important for getting yourself out of trouble and closing dialog boxes when you suddenly realize you didn't want them or need them. Okay, so that's the very quick tour around the keyboard, and the next few videos we're going to use some of these keys to show you how fast your computing can be.